police, said the officer in charge of the operation. We are here to arrest you for fraud and manipulating the market. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? By now, the commotion had caught the attention of the neighbours. Nav's mother, Daljit, who was babysitting across the street at her eldest son Rajvinder's house, stumbled home in a daze. Residents peered out through net curtains. Police weren't an uncommon sight in Hounslow, one of West London's poorer neighbourhoods, but they rarely arrived so mob-handed, and nobody could comprehend what they might want with the Sorrels, a humble, respectable family who kept to themselves and attended the local Gurdwara. Nav was told to shower and grab some clothes, while his parents waited silently in the kitchen. When he was finished, the officers began searching the property. Nav's upstairs bedroom was musty and unkempt. There was a single bed, a Labrador-sized stuffed tiger, a large TV hooked up to a games console, and a cabinet that contained mail-order pomades and lotions to promote youthful complexion and stimulate hair growth. Against a wall was a framed pair of pink Adidas soccer shoes signed "To Nav" from Lionel Messi. A full-size replica of the Jules Rimet World Cup trophy stood in a corner. The scene of the alleged crime was a small workstation at the end of the bed that housed Nav's computer setup. There seemed to be nothing state-of-the-art or terribly unusual about it. A desktop with 3 screens connected to a standard broadband line, a couple of Samsung hard drives, and a slightly dated-looking camcorder. So this was where Sorrel had amassed a fortune and brought the global financial system to its knees? It was difficult to fathom. Back at McDonald's, the prosecutors waited for confirmation Sorrel had been arrested, then called Jeff Larish, an attorney with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, who was waiting in his house in Kansas City where it was 3 a.m. The CFTC, the designated regulator for the futures industry, had begun investigating Sorrel on a tip-off back in 2012. But as a civil body, it has limited powers, so it referred the matter to the DOJ in 2014. Now they were working together. After getting the go-ahead, Larish, the head of the CFTC's investigation, fired off a series of pre-written emails instructing Sorrel's brokers and offshore banks to freeze his accounts. Sometime before noon, Nav was handcuffed and led outside. As they were leaving, he said to one of the officers, "Wait a minute, bruv." There was a football match on television that night, and Nav wanted to run upstairs and record it. "I'm not sure you will have time to watch that, son," came the reply. The officer was right. Sorrel wouldn't set foot back in his home for another 4 months. By then, he would be known around the world as the flash crash trader and the Hound of Hounslow, the scourge of the markets or a modern-day folk hero, depending on whom you asked. That afternoon, both the DOJ and the CFTC sent out press releases announcing the arrest. They made for dramatic reading. A futures trader was arrested in the United Kingdom today on US wire fraud and commodities fraud and manipulation charges in connection with his alleged role in the May 2010 flash crash, the DOJ statement said. Sorrel used an automated trading program to manipulate the market, it went on, earning significant profits and contributing to a major drop in the US stock market. For a multitude of reporters and finance professionals, the announcement was shocking and bizarre. For one thing, the flash crash, that apocalyptic half-hour spell when markets around the world collapsed before bouncing back again and stocks temporarily changed hands at 0.0001 cents, had occurred almost 5 years ago. Senate hearings, academic papers, and countless articles had followed, but there was little consensus as to what had caused the meltdown. Now, seemingly out of the blue, the American government claimed to have solved the mystery. It was a lone wolf day trader in London who learned his craft in an out-of-town arcade above a supermarket. The releases raised more questions than they answered. If what the government was claiming was true, why had it taken the authorities so long to take any action? Why was there no suggestion of market manipulation in their contemporaneous 104-page report on the crash? And what did it say about the stability of the modern global financial system if a solitary individual with a PC and an internet connection could wreak such havoc? Sorrel was accused of something called spoofing, whereby a trader places a bunch of buy or sell orders, enticing other participants to follow suit, then